What is up, Cubes fam? Cubes, and I'm back with you. Let me get rid of this waypoint real quick. So yeah, welcome to my unaltered Crackpack instance, everybody. I just wanted to do a Xen-Time episode, and I was playing on the world that I just started not that long ago that I decided to save as sort of my permanent world for my Crackpack instance. My unaltered, well, not completely unaltered. I did add mouse tweaks and the Apple Core mod so that I could see what food restored. But yeah, I just wanted to record, and I wasn't able to make a connection to the FTB server at the time, so I was like, you know what, I made the Xen-Time playlist for exactly this reason, so why the hell not? So yeah. My little area I've got going on here, see, spawn was down in this jungle. I'm closing off the village, which also reminds me I need to make sure I sleep whenever it gets dark. So yeah. One moment. I'm having issues with the adapter in the AC adapter in the truck is being weird, and so we had to get a external one, and it's having a hard time wanting to charge my computer, which sucks because my computer's at like 35%. While I'm recording. It already has a really hard time for some reason. I think it's supposed to be able to pull like 180 watts. I think it's supposed to run, and my brick for my computer claims that it's 150. But my computer's a few years old now, and it always tries to pull more when it's doing stuff. So, I'm glad I didn't try to do this with Enigmatica. Probably blow a fuse or something. Look at something real quick. Yeah. At least my battery's holding okay. One moment. It's not charging anyway. I'm just gonna plug back in my phone. Huh. That's weird. Don't want to do shit. No. Well. It is what it is. Did I make an apple sapling? I did not. So I need to do that. So yeah, this is sort of like my perma world for when I want to play Crackpack offline. Sort of what I'm aiming to turn it into. Or when I want to do little Xen-Time stuff like this. Yes, I do know that barricades still exist, and that there are a couple idiot villagers that made it outside the village before I blocked it up, but you know what? That is what it is. But yeah, don't expect this to be a world that has any sort of normal, regular content made off of it. Because that's not going to be the case. In fact, I'll probably be light years above what I'm at right now by the next time it ever makes an appearance. just because usually I want to do stuff like this on the FTB's Crackpack. And I'm hoping to... I'm trying to find somebody right now that's willing to do regular recordings on there with me. And also Zane and I are going to try to get back to a schedule. But yeah, so something's happened recently, and I think it ended up being for the best, as much as some people who were watching my content might not totally agree with that. Which is, in what started as me making a point to someone, that person knows who they are and will go unnamed because it's really drama I don't need to be bringing out to the YouTube world. But the problem has since been resolved, so nobody go off thinking I'm like having some weird hater war with somebody. But regardless of that resolution, I still think it's for the best. I take a few days, maybe a couple of weeks. I'm still going to be recording, like, right now. This is very shortly after that happened. I'm still going to record a little bit, but take a couple weeks to figure out myself. This time of year is really hard for me because it's the time of year that my grandma died. And for those of you who've been on this channel long enough, will know that was a rough time for me, and that was sort of when this whole mess of me being out on the road and not being able to do regular content began. And I know it's kind of weird that I made this decision shortly after revolutionizing my keeping up with content creation. But, the argument that happened to spawn it was unexpected. And it really has actually helped. It's given me a chance. I have a lot of issues in this area. Strong emotion is something that I don't always handle very well. And, strong negative emotion, like getting really angry or being really depressed. And I already have depression issues on top of that anyway. So I have a really hard time, spurring myself to make content and just trying to deal with those issues in general. So I do need to take a couple weeks to figure myself out, but as is clear from me doing this mere days after that happened, I also know that when I feel that need to make content and get some stuff out there and do something, that I need to not ignore it. Because that's the healthier thing to do, is to not just ignore things like that. Because if I'm ready to talk about them, it's best to get them off my chest, And it's good to reminisce as well, which is something I wanted to do today. Tomorrow's the last backlogged video. So yeah, I'm recording this on March the 2nd. My computer's going to go into power saver mode, so I don't know how long I can keep this up. How long have we been recording anyway? This is going to be old school style because it'll be a little low. So, along with my grandma's death being this time of year, there's a good thing that comes this time of year. And I don't know what I'm going to do for it yet, but my 8th YouTubeversary is coming up. For those of you who are just like, wait, what now? 8 years ago, I think it's 8 years ago. It might be my 9th. I honestly have to look. I got the balls to make a YouTube video, and I built a really, really shitty piston door in Minecraft for the world to see, to announce my presence to the world on the platform that is YouTube. And there are some of you who were probably around when I did the oh shit, am I gonna have to go around this little lake? That might be the best thing for me to do. Go around this little lake. I should have a little body of water anyway. Yeah, it was either 2013, it might have been in 2012. I purchased Minecraft in 2012, so it could have been in 2012. But back then, there wasn't even any audio. I wish I had more of my videos from back then. I still have many unaccounted for flash drives and stuff used for storing files in storage that got packed away when my grandma died and haven't been seen since. But a lot of you have since known by now. Although I did manage to find a lot of things from the Chaotic Cubes archives. I was an idiot and didn't realize or at the time didn't much care about re-downloading uploaded content. I didn't have an external hard drive to save them to back then. And so I just deleted all my old videos, and I really wish I hadn't, because I still have the world from the original modded survival DW, where it all started, really, as far as my modded stuff goes. I mean, I know there was Hex It With Friends and Agrarian Skies, but modded survival DW was my first real pride and joy. It was the first Minecraft Let's Play that I finished, because when I started that, I hadn't yet finished Agrarian Skies with Nick and Weston. So yeah, that's a thing. Trying to get Cubescraft back up and going. Anyway, I'm veering off topic. This is an episode about reminiscing, and so we shall reminisce. In fact, I will probably do a couple of episodes on here, because I feel like talking, and also things are at a standstill on FTBs at the moment, and I'm also not able to connect at the moment because of my own hotspot being an issue. What's my battery at? Gotta pause and I'll be right back. Well, let's check the recording time. This is definitely going to be an old school short thing. So we'll do more than one reminiscing episode. But yeah, so 8 years of this. Okay, I'm just going to do this is the closest thing to my bed. I just don't want all these villagers to die. I should probably just bring the bed with me, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to screw up my spawn in case something happens during the day. 1 second. Oh boy, howdy. Lost my train of thought. I do, really regret the fact that I don't have, footage of modded survival DW. I have very little footage of modded revival DW. That's part of the bit that I streamed a while back. I think if it makes a comeback at this point, it will be in the form of probably Cubescraft at this point, because my attempts to make a working Crackpack instance for it always end up with me down a rabbit hole wanting to add stuff that I probably shouldn't bother adding. Whereas the Crackpack 1.7.10 instance is one of my default choices. So I should probably just bite the bullet and set it back to that, because it was that way for a while. I don't know, honestly. And there's also going to be some changes coming to Cubescraft, because I'm trying to get other people involved that are not necessarily part of the Cubescraft group. Some of them are old Mindbreak members, and some of them are people you guys have never seen before. But yeah. So we will definitely do another reminiscing episode. It kind of bums me out that my computer's dying. Because I would make another episode if I could. I might try to figure out some workaround. This isn't going to be a permanent issue I face. It's just a current issue I face because they don't want to give us the time off to go into the shop, because we have to go into the manufacturer's shop, not just our yard shop, to get it fixed. So hopefully it's not a problem we have to suffer too much longer with, but I'm not going to make any guarantees because it would be just my luck. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave some love to that like button down below. And thank you to whichever one of you is liking every single video. I don't know who it is, but I would like to thank you personally. It means the world. If you have any feedback, please comment. And also, for anybody out there, for some reason there's been random people commenting random link looking things in the comments. Don't click on those, please. And whoever's doing it, please stop doing that. If you want somebody to go look at something, you know, say, hey, go look this thing up. Don't just post a random link that obviously nobody's going to click on, because I have definitely warned you guys several times about things like that, and I really hope you guys are smart enough not to do that. So yeah. Maybe in the next one of these reminiscent stories, I will tell the story of Dill and the 1,000 buttons. So that's something to look forward to. And maybe if you guys enjoy that one, I'll move on to telling a couple other Dill-related stories. Can't really think of any Matt-related stories off the top of my head. Although Rod and I have good history, so maybe I'll tell a story or two on him. So yeah, look out for Dill and the 1,000 buttons, and maybe then also look out for me telling a little story about myself and hiccup with applied energistics. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Don't let's go and see you on the way out, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.